Monday, October 2nd, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Lego, could you please take roll?
Yes, sir, Mr. President. Mrs. Issing.
Here.
Dr. Klein. Mr. Kachasik.
Here.
Dr. Koshcho.
Here.
Mr. Leonard is absent this evening. Mr. Matarazzo.
Here.
Mr. Nemec.
Here.
Mr. Petrucci is also absent this evening, and Mr. Stovar.
Here.
You have a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Lego. Hand it right over to Dr. Harris for information.
Thank you, Mr. Stover. We're going to actually start with the Students of the Month. This is actually our favorite part of the board meeting and the favorite part of each month. We have about 3,950 students throughout Penn Trafford, and every year we pick about 27 of those to be Students of the Month. So it is less than 1% chance of you becoming a Student of the Month. So whatever you're doing, keep it up, because it is very hard to get to, and you should be very proud. At the end of the year, or actually at the beginning of next year, we will honor all those students at the first football game, September. We try to do something special, because at a meeting, after you're honored, it's kind of hard to do something different for the meeting, so you'll get more information on it. But we are very proud of all of you, and we're going to start with the Elementary Student of the Month with Mr. Schwartz from Harrison Park.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. It's my honor to introduce Brooke Wilkins as Harrison Park's Student of the Month. Brooke, come on up. Brooke is the daughter of Ben and Lisa Wilkins and has a younger brother, Parker. Parker is also an excellent student, and we're glad he attends second grade at Harrison Park. Brooke is a 5th grade student who enjoys learning new things and works hard at her academics, gets along well with all her classmates, and always puts forth her best effort. She credits her mom and dad with helping her do so well with her academics, as well as always offering her positive encouragement. Brooke's favorite subjects are math and gym because she enjoys being active and working with numbers. Outside of school, Brooke likes to participate in swimming, basketball, and hanging out with her friends and family. Brooke's teachers have nothing but positive comments to say about her. Mrs. Mastriani, her 4th grade teacher, stated the following: Brooke is one of the kindest, hard-working students. She was new to PT last year, but you would have never known it. She quickly made new friends, joined the Girl Scouts to serve our community. She upheld high standards in regards to her academics. She starts each day with a smile on her face. I couldn't think of a better student for this award. Her current team of 5th grade teachers state, Brooke is an excellent student and a fantastic role model for her classmates. Selfless, caring, and hardworking are just a few words to describe her as a student. Brooke consistently puts the best interest of others ahead of her own. She's a friend to all and offers a helping hand to any student or teacher in need. When it comes to classwork, Brooke always gives 100% effort. We can always count on her to complete work efficiently and in a timely manner. We are proud to have Brooke represent our 5th grade classes. It's easy to see that Brooke is an outstanding student, possesses many of our school's core values, and is an excellent example of a Penn Trafford warrior. We are proud of her academic accomplishments and look forward to her very bright future. On behalf of the students and staff of Harrison Park Elementary, I would like to congratulate Brooke Wilkins for being the Elementary Student of the Month.
And then after they announce the 3, we're going to have a picture for the press, and so just please stay seated, and once we get all 3, we'll do that. Mr. Schwartz, what else is happening at Harrison Park?
Just a couple quick updates. So this week's our Deer Valley Week. Students from Trafford, Sunrise, and Level Green are up at Deer Valley right now, Monday through Wednesday. And then the second half of the week, Harrison Park and McCullough will be there on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Also, we've recently completed our grandparent breakfast and had 400 of our students' grandparents participate and join us for the event. We truly appreciate all our grandparents visiting the school and supporting their grandkids' education, so that was a huge success having all of them there. Also, I'd like to announce that on Thursday, November 9th, our school will be having our Veterans Day program. We invite any veterans from the community to join us for a breakfast and a ceremony. If a veteran does not have a student who attends the school, please feel free to call us to RSVP. And finally, our first grade teachers across the district have recently attended training and working on implementing a multi-tiered reading program, ECRI, to increase our students' reading efficiency and effectiveness. We're seeing early successes with the instruction and look forward to improving throughout the school year.
That's good to hear. We got a lot of training on that ECRI.
Yep.
And it was paid through grant money.
Yep. That's all I have tonight, Dr. Harris.
All right,
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Next up for the Student of the Month, Mr. Sullivan from Trafford Middle School.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. I'd like to introduce to you Luke Startari. Come on up, Luke. Luke is an 8th grader at Trafford Middle School. He's joined by his parents here, so welcome. Luke is an excellent student who really cares about the work that he puts in and his academics. But there's so much more about Luke. Along with his academic excellence, I wanted you to know that Luke was selected as Trafford Middle School's last April's Trafford Triumphs. For those that don't know, Trafford Triumphs recognizes students for academic improvement, extra effort, behavior, willingness to help others, attitude, character, and respectfulness. So Luke has carried on what he left off with last spring. And that is also an award that is voted on by his teachers. As Mrs. Sakira stated at the breakfast last April, it's hard to come up with someone who has maintained all of the positive qualities that we look for throughout the entire school year. And Luke has done that for all 3 years at Trafford Middle School. So fast forward to now. Wanted you to know a little bit more about Luke, and so Mom provided me with some information here. Luke has been playing travel baseball since he's been 10 years old, and recently plays for the All-American baseball program. But more importantly than just being a good player on a very good program, Luke has become a mentor for younger athletes and sets good examples, and his coaches often acknowledge him for leadership and sportsmanship. Luke has also been a part of our stage crew at Trafford Middle School for all 3 years. He's been there since 6th grade, and he's oftentimes the last one to leave. So Mrs. Rumbaugh had quite a response to this particular award, and so I wanted to read some of that. Respectful. Luke is the most respectful student I've had in 22 years of teaching. Leadership and service. Luke is always the last person to leave our chorus concert. He finds me to make sure that there isn't anything else that he or the stage crew needs to do. Extracurricular and leadership, she also noted that Luke plays baseball, and she has been at tournaments with her son and has witnessed Luke's leadership and his involvement in his extracurricular activities. Scholarship and academics, he's been a straight A student. Last year, Luke was sick. The days leading up to our chorus concert field trip to view the musical Christmas Carol. Upon his return from school from being sick, he told Ms. Rumbaugh that it was best for him to miss the field trip because he needed to get caught up in his classes. What middle school student would do that? Luke would. Recently, he doesn't know this, but I'm out for bus dismissal most of the time. And as Luke's getting on the bus, where usually most students are trying to get on the bus in a very fast pace, they want to get to the back of the bus and get home quickly, Luke noticed that there were 3 young ladies, peers of his, were behind him, and he gently stepped aside and let them on the bus first. It was something that I witnessed that I didn't even talk to him about, but that describes Luke. So Luke, on behalf of Trafford Middle School, congratulations.
And Mr. Sullivan, what is going on right now with Trafford Middle School? Any other events?
Sure. Yeah, well, obviously, it was a busy start to the school year, but we're already halfway through the first quarter. So time flies, and students have been, getting to used to their classes and using the new programs. And one in particular is a math program that we just started to use, and taking their benchmark assessments. The teachers and the students have been focusing on our school-wide focus this year, the little things. And so I encourage you to check our website. There's a video on our website, and it's a speech by Admiral William McRaven from the U.S. Navy. So we've been working on that in our classrooms, along with what the teachers are teaching and the students are learning. We had a successful pep rally last week for homecoming, put on by Mrs. Valentich and our student council, and the band, chorus, and cheerleaders all performed very well. It was a great event.
Mr. Sullivan, how many students are in your middle school band? I was very impressed by the numbers.
Wow, we've got up near 40 to 50 students this year. I sent you a video of
Yes, that's
of
why I was.
the-
I looked and I
of the
counted. I was
pep
like,
rally.
wow, this is great.
And I tell you what, they did in such, homecoming was a little bit earlier this year, and they really did a great job. And then actually a couple days ago, our drama club is in the middle of auditions and so forth, and they're performing Finding Nemo, but they did partner with Seton Hill, and Seton Hill is going to partner with them in terms of providing staff to work with the kids, but also with costumes and props and so forth. So it should be a really, really good experience for our young people. That's it. Thank you,
All right,
Dr.
thank you. There's a lot going on. You're busy. And next, we're going to go to the high school. But before you do your student of the month, can you give us your other report?
Sure, Dr. Harris, no problem. So last week, we had homecoming. We had over 1,000 students at the dance. So that's a lot of kids.
And not an issue.
No issues,
That's
not that we're
great.
aware of.
That is great.
Maybe a few criers.
But no issues.
But we stayed out of those. But yeah, with over 1,000 students, and there had to be over 300 or 400 students from other school districts here. So it was very busy, but I'm glad that week is over. Students enjoyed their gift. They all got hats.
A lot of work goes into it. Mrs. Martini and
There
the
is.
staff, I'm very impressed
There's
with
a
everything
lot.
they do.
That is a big week. The students look forward to it every day. We have a different theme. So surprisingly, the students are really into it, which
It
is a
makes
lot
it
of
fun.
Yeah, and plus, the sophomores won the Spirit Stick the week before. So it was a big deal to the seniors to win the Spirit Stick at the homecoming pep rally. So luckily, the seniors have won that. Upcoming couple weeks is Club Day. Students really like Club Day because they're able to get involved in different areas that they're interested in. We will have time during the school day. We go on a different schedule that day, which gives them time to go to the different clubs that they're interested in. Also, up at the end of the month is the Noble Warrior. So each department nominates one student to show off their talents or what they have done within their department. That is in the morning on a Friday. Also on October 4th, the CAP program, the Community Action Program, is You Got a Friend Day. We have 92 students going to Twin Lakes. What they do is they work with special needs students throughout the whole county, and there's a petting zoo, there's a dance party, and there's a clowns, it's almost like a circus type events that go on there. So students are looking forward to that, and that's 92 of our students will go there all day coming up on October 4th. So there is a lot. There is a little downtime right now because homecoming was over. There's a lot of build up to it. So now it's calming down a little bit since homecoming.
Perfect.
Excuse me, you mentioned about Club Day. How many clubs do we have at our school? 4 or 5?
Oh, John, I think we're between 20 to 30. Yeah, there's quite a few. I'd have to say closer to 30.
That's fantastic. And also about you can tell us about the bocce team.
The bocce team, Well, I can't say they're the best because I've seen them play, but they
Okay.
try real hard. They're all learning right now.
No, but it's what we're doing as a program.
Yeah, it is.
People need to know about this.
They have bocce, we have, I
But
tell
who
you.
are the kids, I'm sorry, who's being identified for the bocce?
Well, really, right now, it's up to the students. So we had a club day sign up, and it was during lunch, and all the clubs went into the gymnasium, and they had their booth set up. So they had to sell their club, and that's how students signed up. That's how all the different, but they're learning how to play.
Yeah.
Along with chess, they play in
But
here.
we're also having a different bocce
That's
league.
what
Yeah, I think he's talking about the
He's
wrong
talking about a
bocce
different,
league.
with you,
For our special
Miranda
needs
Fry is gonna be
Oh,
working
that's,
with.
I'm sorry,
I'm sorry,
yes,
that's
that's
what-
another one too.
Yes.
With the Special Olympics, Mr. Aquilio is in charge of that he's working with to get a Special Olympics here down at the football field here. That's in the works right now, so.
Yes. That's
We're,
fantastic.
we're at the beginnings of that.
So there's an actual,
But yeah,
bocce team.
there's interest in that as well, yes.
being Italian, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I
Long
thought you were
time.
talking about club, I'm sorry. Yeah, we
That's
also
okay.
have the
Right.
Special Olympics that Mr. Aquilio is working with.
That's phenomenal.
And working with the outside groups to get that here, because I know there were some students here at this school that had interest, which we're helping, not only the special needs students, but the regular ed students as well that are involved in it.
Great.
Okay, thank you. And you have your student of the month here tonight?
Sure. Kaylee Myers, come on up. Kaylee Myers is accompanied by mom, grandma, grandpa, Uncle Bob, brother Garrett, sister Mackenzie, and baby Laney. Unfortunately, Dad cannot be with us right now because he is on the road right now and there is an incident. So unfortunately, he's gonna have to watch us through recording. So, sorry to hear that, but he had all plans to be here as well. Kaylee is a senior and her current GPA is a 3.5. She plans to attend college next year at either WCCC or West Virginia University. She would like to major in nursing with the goal to complete her BSN and focus in labor and delivery. She is an active member of the CAP Community Action Program. She's a part of the Big Buddy Program, You Got a Friend Day, and the Food Pantry. She has also been a nurse intern her junior year and her current senior year, and she is also on college release and is currently enrolled in a writing course at WCCC. So she does not stay here all day. She goes home during the school day and takes a class online.
How do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I do a lot.
I would enjoy that too when I was, if I was given that chance as a student, I wish we had some choices. So I like the fact you have that opportunity.
So I asked a couple of her teachers to say some words about her, and the first one was Mr. Lynn. Mr. Lynn has had the pleasure of having you for the past 4 years. So every year of her high school career, Mr. Lynn has had her in class. Kaylee has demonstrated a strong work ethic in anything she has been involved in, as well as upholding a high moral character in and outside the classroom. She always takes on the leadership role in her group this year in current events and is willing to work and help others inside the classroom. She is an amazing kid and a true example of an outstanding students we have at Penn Trafford High School. Congratulations, Kaylee. Nurse Popovich, I have seen Kaylee grow and mature into a wonderful, positive, community-oriented young lady. Her passion for helping others is well documented with her 450 community service hours, by far the most of any student in the Penn Trafford High School. She has been a student nurse assistant for 2 years, and I am very proud of her plans as she plans to go to school for nursing. She will be an outstanding nurse. And finally, Mrs. Sanoski, she had Kaylee in class for several years. She has seen her grow and become more confident. Kaylee puts forth a conscientious effort every single day in her classroom. I am proud of Kaylee for her hard work and dedication she is committed to this school year. Kaylee truly wants to do better each day, which is not always the case for most students. She takes constructive criticism and uses it to her advantage. In class, she is willing to help wherever and whenever she is needed, and I do not need to tell her where she is needed. She just knows. She jumps in. Congratulations, Kaylee Myers, for being Penn Trafford High School Student of the Month.
It's a nice honor for me because Kaylee's friends with my twin daughters. One of my twins might be somewhere.
And we're just gonna take the picture. If you can come over here to our photo board. every day. We have a team, was it 54, Brett, 45? 45, I guess kind of why I switched those numbers around, but we have 45 custodians, and they work day in and day out. They do a lot of things every day, but people that aren't aware, some of them cut the grass, shovel the snow, help us with the lunchrooms, do crazy things that come up all day long for each and every individual kid when something happens, or someone loses an item, or something gets stuck, you know, so they have to be very crafty, and a lot of hard work and dedication goes into there, so.
You know what, Dr. Harris, it's also National Principal Month. So
I
thank you to the principals for all your hard work and dedication. They go through the ringer a lot on a day-to-day basis. So they put up with a lot of issues and try to take care of the academics, the discipline, and everything else that's going on. So we appreciate their hard work.
I give a shout out to Principal Schwartz. He allowed the girls soccer team, we do a traditional spaghetti dinner. We were hurting for a place to have it. So he offered up Harrison Park, and we squeezed it in between the end of the school day and the Cub Scouts coming in. And
That was nice.
it was a good event, real quick and fast, but it got the job done, so thanks for letting us use the building.
And with our principals, as you know, the district's ranked number 11 out of about 751 different school districts. That includes charter schools and every other school districts, but there's 751. So we're top 2% of the state. But as I kind of wrote in what I was gonna say about the principals on there was that none of this, we couldn't be number 2 in this district with just one school. It's all the schools together performing well that makes us achieve that high. So it's not just one individual school, but it's a collection of all. So that really shows us what all the staff and students do, but it's the principals who lead the building. So I do really give them a lot of credit for all that they achieve. So thank you for that for Principals Month. I hope you have a good month, and I hope your staff treats you well. Maybe myself and Scott might do something nice for you too this month. Maybe we'll call you a little less.
Don't hold your breath.
Some other updates. I know that you already mentioned about Deer Valley. It was a great start today. I know Mr. Ingles is going up tomorrow. I know Dr. Klein is doing his first trip up on Wednesday. That'll be nice to see, and join a lot of other board members who have went in the past, but it's good. We are going to have a camera approval tonight. Scott, do you want to do a quick review of the cameras?
Sure, we're purchasing 423 cameras. We're going to also upgrade the door access system, so when you do the cameras, it's wise to tie in the door buzzer camera system together, all into one system, so it's seamless and it's able to flow together. We're able to see everything that's happening. These cameras, as technology moves forward, we were talking about it a little bit before, but these cameras have a lot of capabilities that the old ones did not. We're able to do some recognition of different things. If we have somebody that we want to keep an eye on, or there's maybe a flag at an individual that may be problematic, we can identify that person, and the computer is able to flag that individual and give alerts to the principals if there is a suspect that may be suspicious, things like that. It also has driver's license recognition capability, so we can, if we have a good shot, we're able to see the driver's license, identify any kind of problems that may occur from an individual that is in a vehicle. But these cameras are very good. It's it's a deterrent to a lot of bad behavior, I think, and it also helps us be proactive in solving a lot of problems that we have and investigations and whatnot. But it's going to be a process in terms of getting them installed. We'll start at the high school first and probably move into the middle schools and the elementary schools. It'll take a few months to get everything installed, but once it's up and running, we think we'll have a real nice system in place.
You said it'll do facial recognition.
It can, yes.
Face recognition, amazing.
Scott, our current technology is 10+ years old, though, correct?
Well, in some cases, more, some cameras are about 15 years old. So yeah, it's the pixels, and it's much better clarity, and we're able to zoom in and see a lot more detail now. So it's good.
Until all the other buildings are updated, the current system will remain operational. And
Yeah,
functional.
we asked about that, and that was very important. We didn't want to take the existing system down while we installed the new one. So, but it's a matter of, we're going to run two systems. We're going to have the old system. You unplug a camera, put in the new camera. Once you plug it in, it's now on the new system. So it's just a matter of plug and play. You have two systems running at the same time.
Okay,
So it's
excellent.
good.
And you mentioned in the bathrooms about vaping.
Well, we're looking at, we have vape detectors at the high school. You know, Dr. Cap can speak more to that, but they're pretty effective up there. They're a real deterrent to the vaping, and you know, they're very helpful. I know the principals up there, but we're starting to see some of those problems in the middle schools as well. So right now we're going to, we're on a trial basis. We're going to get 2 for each middle school, 2 vapes for the bathrooms there to give them a try, see how they work, and if they're working fine and you know, they meet our needs, we're going to go ahead and recommend that we purchase more at the middle schools.
Great.
Thank you for that. That was a lot of work, and I know you did a lot of camera companies. Huh?
Yeah, there was a lot going on, so we finally got it done, and we look forward to having right now the system's really sketchy, and cameras are down, and it's been problematic for a year or 2, so we're glad to get a new system up and running.
Appreciate it. On Monday, October 9th, we do not have school. It's an Act 80 day, but we do have a teacher in service. And then Mr. McCracken, our Director of Curriculum, are you able to tell us some different events going on that day?
Sure, Dr. Harris. We're going to be continuing with some of the trainings that we've already started at the beginning of the school year. So we're going to be, and also doing some new trainings that they're required by the state. So we're going to be doing a Smart Futures training, which is for our PA standards for career education in the workforce. So that's going to be district-wide. That'll be done in the morning. Like Dr. Harrison, they mentioned earlier, the ECRI training for the enhanced core reading instruction on phonics. We're going to continue that training with the first grade group. We're also going to be doing the DIEB training, the STEEL standards for science. Also another thing that the state's going to be rolling out on the next generation science standards. We're going to start a pilot program at the high school for the progress monitoring for IEP goals. We're going to switch that over to a live system where we're going to put it into Google so that they don't have to hand out paper copies to everybody and they can get everything back when they need them for meetings. We're also going to do an AI follow-up at the high school because we're also piloting the artificial intelligence stuff at the high school and training the teachers this week in the morning meetings. Then we're going to do a follow-up in the high school meeting during the in-service. And then the extra time that's built throughout the day, we're going to be using the play system that we got from the Westmoreland IU, which is that professional learning in you. It's a personalized PD that allows the teachers to get what they need in professional development at their own need for their own department. So there's a lot going on.
Very busy day on Monday. Very busy day. Today after school, we got some good news from Mr. Kerry Hetrick. Nick Drakowski, he won his second Whipple AAA individual championship in golf. He actually shot 2 under today over 36 holes, and he won by 5 strokes over second place. When did he win last time? Was it 2 years ago?
That's what I think.
2 years ago, Greg? Okay. So that was great. Great student. I know we honored him before the football game, so it'd be nice to do something again for him. That's a great achievement for him. That was exciting. I also like to congratulate Steve Vinton, and he did make it back today. I know Josh was going to be here, but Steve made it back in time to cover tonight. And not only do I want to congratulate him, but all his TV video students for their recent accomplishment. The National Scholastic Press Association has listed them in their Best of High School Press Book for the 22-23 school year. So congratulations to all the video students and to Mr. Vinton. Schools are doing their safety drills this month. I know the Sky School already did theirs past Friday, but during there they're working with Penn Township Police as well as Trafford Police, Rescue 6, just so we're practicing our drills and making sure everyone is safe. And I do appreciate all the work that goes into doing that, so thank you. And I know I got invited to several, and me and Scott try to make an effort to go to them as well, so thank you. And how does your drill go on Friday?
It went well. So first we did a partial lockdown, then we did a full lockdown, went around and checked all the doors, made sure we couldn't see the students or the teachers. Then after we went from a full lockdown, we had all the students go down to the football field, line up. We took a roll down there, checked all the rosters, made sure so if we ever have to change from being at the high school or down that we would be down there and they know where to sit during their homerooms. Then after that, after we took a roll there, all the students went up into the stands and we sat them by their grade level. Then the bell rang and they all went home for the day.
It was well done, well organized.
It was organized. Rescue 6 was here, some of the police department as well as fire department was here.
Oh,
Lots of people, yes, some of them were here as well.
Excellent.
So they were able to see everything. We do have a few things we need to work on, but we'll get back together and come up with a plan to address some of those. I think the biggest issue, if there was an issue of getting them back with their parents in a orderly manner, which we knew would be challenging. So there's some things we'd like to address there. But overall, I think it went well.
Great, great to hear. Tonight, you're going to approve the a new admin building. I know we've been talking about it for about a year or two, for some time. So that is on the agenda tonight, and we do appreciate it, as our other admin building, as you know, has about how much money to repair all the things it needs repaired, Brett? Over $1 million?
It was close to $1 million.
Close to $1 million.
Code.
Okay. And although it's still, safe right now for the workers to be in, we do have to be careful over the next couple of years if we were to maintain the building, especially with all the different repairs that we needed. And we talked about this before, with the new admin building. We wanted to really build a new admin building, and the cost we got was $3.4 million for an 8,000 square feet building on our own piece of land. And at that price, it was just unacceptable. We can't afford that much, and we didn't want to give up our property to do so. So when looking at different places, we even looked at the fire hall, but that was taken by the fitness company, and then we ended up settling out at the Bushy Run. I almost forgot about it. I was going to say Bushy Run Industrial Park, and we will be closing October 13th. So that you see the building to be approved tonight. The cost is $1.7 million, and we are using the money from our fund balance for that. So that is on there tonight.
That's 30,000 square feet building.
Correct.
1.7. That was originally listed at almost was it 2.8?
Yeah, it was almost $3 million.
Yeah.
Close to $3 million.
So,
And obviously, we don't need the whole entire 30,000, so we are looking the 15,000 each floor. We're taking the second floor because it should be easier to lease the first floor. So we're hoping now to go into the leasing business. So if anyone needs something leased, come see me, because we'll have something out there shortly to advertise. But it's good, and I know that the admin, the ladies at the admin building, and ladies and gentlemen at the admin building are excited to be moving in. So it should be a good day. And October 13th is the closing, and October 12th we do the walkthrough.
and we'll be looking to sell the existing admin building in that property at some point.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm sentimental to the building. I just love, the building. I know it's one of the, but it's a nice building. It's a beautiful architecture, from it. A lot of good memories there, a lot of fun times. A lot of late nights. It's good, but time to move on. And then finally, I want to make sure everyone's well aware, the Battle of the Bell against Gateway is on Friday. And we're also honoring the Alumni Hall of Fame that evening as well. This year's inductees to the Alumni Hall of Fame include Andrew Ferry, Lance Laspina, Nicholas Brown, Christopher Burnside, and the following deceased inductees will be represented by their proud families, and that's Lieutenant Commander Thomas W. Hickey, as well as Staff Sergeant Dustin Joseph Iondi. Is that how you say that? I don't want to Ionati, thank you. Ionati with a D, with an A in the middle. So I know I am going, a couple of us are going to the reception on Saturday as well, at 12:30. That's a lamplighter, so that should be a good night. And the Great Gateway Battle, the Bell tradition, is one of those old battles that came out of, well, maybe 10 years ago. We brought it back. So,
Since I've been here, yeah.
and we just would like to keep the bell.
Pick here in Trafford.
Pick here in Trafford.
Pick here in Trafford.
Jim's been here with the history of it, knows a lot about it. So we want to win. What happens if we do win the Battle of Bell with the student section on Friday?
Well, the bell ends up down in the athletic office, and students like to ring it.
Students like to ring it. It's really good. Anything special? Anything the kids get to do special for winning the game?
No, I mean, the biggest is when we do win the game, they come over and they sing they sing with the students, and the band comes over and they ring the bell, so it's a big deal to them. And I know they have already asked if they could storm the field if and when we win.
That's what I was.
How are they gonna be dressing? Is it black?
That's what I was getting at.
I'm not sure what it is.
That's what I
It's not
was.
gonna be a blackout, I can tell you that. I'm not sure what it is at this point.
Cause I know over at, I'm sorry, when they played Norwood, they were in Hawaiian outfits.
They were.
They did a beach
I don't know
thing.
what it is this week, to be honest
Okay,
with you.
just curious.
I usually don't know until Friday, because they start wearing it.
They do a great job,
It's
those
neat.
kids coming up
Everything's
with the
passed by
names.
Dr. Horvat. I know they
Yeah.
give the list, so we're not surprised.
Oh, good.
so.
All right, that was a lot of information tonight, and I do apologize. We just have a lot of things on our plates. I'm gonna refer it back to President, Mr. Stover.
Okay, we have no visitors tonight, and we have no old business tonight. We held an executive session at 6 PM today. We talked about real estate and personnel, and we're ready to move into the consent agenda. Does any board member wish to remove anything from the consent agenda? I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as submitted under one motion.
Motion.
Second.
Question.
Question being called for, this will be a roll call vote. All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carried. We have to move over to buildings and grounds. Mr. Leonard isn't here. Who steps up?
Mr. Nemec?
Mr. Nemec, would you please,
Thank you,
Read
Mr.
the motion.
President. Thank you, Mr. President. Move to approve the purchase of security cameras, door access system, and installation for a total of $516,783.09 to include 423 security cameras and door access control system and the installation for all of those.
Second.
Question.
Question.
question being called for, this will be a roll call vote. All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no.
I would also like to make a motion to approve the sales agreement to purchase real estate located at 1100 Randall Court, Export, PA, for Penn Trafford's administration building at a cost of $1,700,000.
Second.
Question.
Question being called for, this will be a roll call vote. All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Motion carries.
That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Nemec. Personnel and curriculum, Mr. Chastain.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to employ the following personnel. New employment is contingent upon the receipt of all necessary documentation and the acceptance of Act 34, 151, and 114 waivers from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania within 30 days. A copy of the personnel list will become an official part of the minutes of this meeting. Miranda Fry, peer buddy at Penn Trafford High School. Tiffany Smith, United Coalition sponsor. Eric Rieger, indoor winter track co-sponsor at Penn Trafford High School. Sarah Lochner, indoor winter track co-sponsor at Penn Trafford High School. Matthew Mainers, SEICA at Penn Middle School. And Holly Boggs, long-term substitute teacher at Penn Trafford High School.
Second.
Question.
Question being called for, this will be a roll call vote. All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Motion carried. And that's all.
I have, Mr. President.
Well, thank you, Phil. That's all for the motions tonight. Solicitor report?
Thank you, Mr. President. I do not have a report.
Thank you. Okay, I move for adjournment then.
Second.
Yeah, motion.
Second.
Motion for adjournment. Second, what do I have to say?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Not a practice?